Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and in this video, I'm just going to pick my colors for an upcoming card that I'm making. And I also want to show you how I swatch out my media supplies. So as I mentioned, when I created my swatch ring with the Spellbinder's new color wheel solid color cardstocks, the thing that I mentioned I would be doing is as I reach for and use my various different media supplies, I am going to add to this swatch ring and swatch all of those out as well so that when I go to craft and make a project, if there's a color palette that I am trying to use, then I can actually pick out all the different things that I have in that color to craft with. So that might be my solid color cardstocks, it might be some ink pads, it might be my alcohol markers. And because swatching can be a pretty Herculean task, I am taking it in bites at a time. I have these little wedges all die cut out, and when I'm low, I'll die cut some more. But that way I have them on hand so that when I grab like an ink pad or something, I can maybe just pull out a couple handful of others and then swatch a small group. So that's what I'm going to do now. I haven't actually swatched out my teals and my blues. Go figure. I would have thought that teal would be the first thing I've reached for and crafted with, but surprisingly, not with these ink pads. And so I've pulled out all of my teals and all of my blues. And that's what I mean by maybe just, while you're at it, add, a handful more and do a group at a time. So what I'm gonna use to pick out my color combination or color palette is the Zolly Palette Scout. More on that later. I'll also link to the first look video where I talk more in depth about the palette scout, all the cards that you get, how to use it, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna briefly touch on some of that because I will be picking a color palette for my card, which I'll kind of sneaky peek show you at the end. It's an upcoming hop video that I have, so stay tuned if you want to see the process video for how I actually create the card. It'll be a separate video, but I'll show you the final card at the end of this one as well. The other thing that I want to tell you about is the giveaway, because Zolly did give me this palette scout to review, and full transparency, I reached out to them and asked if I could and if they would be willing to send me one. And they kindly said yes, but not only did they say yes, but they also offered me the opportunity to pick 3 people to give away a palette scout too. And so I tried to give one away during my first look video, and the winner that I chose didn't claim it. I picked a second winner, and the second winner didn't claim it either. So I held that prize over to this giveaway. And if you already entered in my from my previous video, I put up a surprise giveaway in the description box, which I like to do because I don't like to always have the clickbait giveaway word in my video title or the video thumbnail. I just like to surprise people sometimes with a giveaway in the description box because that's where I put all of my affiliate links. And so if you take a moment to actually like expand the description box, you're one step closer to clicking on one of those affiliate links. And I do earn a small commission if you do end up making a purchase after that click. So I really appreciate everybody who has shopped my affiliate link. It's a huge support to me. And I really, while it's not like a huge amount of money, I'm super grateful for it because it does help. Every little bit helps, especially because I do want to, craft for a living and be able to make money at this hobby of ours. So after I swiped out all of my ink cubes or dewdrop ink pads onto these wedges, I'm gonna try to group them together in sort of a light mid dark to follow this new color story that Spellbinders is telling with their color wheel cardstock, which I think is great. It makes total sense now with their line of cardstocks. You have ranges of sort of your light, mid, dark, and sometimes it's like 3 colors, sometimes it's 5. It's really wonderful now. And so what I'm going to try to do with my ink pads as best as I can, it might not be perfect, but that's okay. I am going to try to follow that color story. And I don't mind mixing onto the same little palette wheel here, my Memento and my Versa Magic inks. If there are new colors that I pick up, I'll just add it or start a new little palette. It's totally okay, because the whole idea is just to get these groupings close enough in proximity so that when I go to craft, I can easily find in one place all of the colors in all of the various different media supplies that I have. And then I can just start pulling out those supplies and I can more readily find them and have some options. Because maybe if I don't have solid color cardstock, then I can use an ink pad and maybe make my own solid color cardstock. So it's nice to have them in one spot. Now, I craft with teal a lot, so I think I'm gonna actually put all of the teals to one side and today focus on the more true blue color. So I'm gonna choose Neptune as the primary color of my color palette. And then I'm gonna build or choose some additional colors to go with it. But that's gonna be kind of, whether it ends up being what I use for my focal image or not, that's the color that I want to craft with. And so I'm gonna choose that first. And I pulled out already the color card that actually shows all of the true intensity colors and all of the tones of those colors. Now, when you flip to the back, that's where you see various different color combinations that you can create that use this color, and they follow popular color theory. So they should all look very pleasing to the eye. And I am going to craft with the analogous color combination. And I just go by the shapes and the colors that are indicated there. So it's showing a circle purple. So I'm going to flip to the purple section and pull out the circle cards. I actually missed one, but I do go back and get that last one. And then I am going to flip to the green section and pull out the green triangles. And it's as easy as that to identify the cards that you can use to build a color palette following the analogous color combination. And if you look at each color, there's 5 cards numbered 1 to 5. And number 3 is the true color in its purest form. If you added white to that color, you would get 2 tints. If you added black, you would get 2 shades. And then if you want to mute these colors, you can take a tone of them by adding gray to each of those colors. And there's a little dot on the card to represent the tone side. So you have the pure intensity, and then you have the tones. And one of the things that I learned when I got the Palette Scout is when you're picking a color combination, they recommend to pick a wide range of value, and the value is represented by those numbers 1 through 5. So this makes it really easy for you to just, pick some, however many cards you want. So your palette can be however many colors. It could be 2, it could be, 5 or 6, whatever you want. And the suggestion is to pick a wide range. So you want to pick numbers that range between 1 and 5. That way some of the colors are lighter and some are darker. Now, I didn't think about it until kind of recently that the reason I thought having a range of colors was nice is just for the contrast of it, right? So you have some light, you have some dark, and that way not everything is sort of same, And I think that's true. But then the other thing that I thought about as I was thinking about this more was that maybe there are some people who are colorblind out there, and so they might not necessarily appreciate the color palette, because I think we all perceive color probably a little bit differently. And particularly if you are colorblind, your perception of color could be very different. But I think you would still appreciate different values of light to dark. And so maybe by picking a palette that does have a wide range of value, it also helps folks who might have color blindness of any form to still appreciate your project or your card, because they can still see the differences in value, even if they can't see the exact colors that you chose. So that was something that also kind of, I thought about a little bit more, and it totally, reaffirms why it makes sense to pick a wide range of colors. So now that I have my color palette chosen, I'm just going to flip through my swatch ring and then find what supplies I have that might be a close color match to the other colors that I chose besides Neptune. And I can then pull out my solid color cardstocks and maybe some of the inks that I just swatched out and some other inks that I've already swatched out. And so that's why having the little swatch ring is really nice. So let me tell you about the giveaway. I announced this earlier, so if you saw the earlier video where it was a surprise giveaway in the description box, this is the same contest. So if you already entered from that, then you're already entered and you don't have to worry about anything. But because I'm picking 2 winners, I thought I would do 2 videos just to encourage more folks to enter. And so all you have to do is expand the description box below, and there's going to be a link to Rafflecopter. And I am going to pick 1 winner from the first set of entries. So all of the entries that were essentially from that first video, which was the surprise announcement, I am going to pick 1 winner from that, basically from before this video goes live. So that's to really thank the folks who take the time to expand the description box in any of my videos, because that's where all of my affiliate links are. And if you ever shop any of my affiliate links, big thank you, because I do get a commission if you end up making a purchase after you click. And so I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Even if it's not a ton of money, it's still money, and I'm hugely appreciative. So as a thank you to those folks, I had like a surprise giveaway. And so if you entered, and before this video goes live, essentially I'm gonna pick 1 winner just from that group. But it's everybody's being entered into the same contest. So all of those folks, if you already entered from that earlier video, you're still in for a chance, along with everybody new who enters from seeing this video. And I'll pick the second winner out of everybody. So hopefully this time, if you're chosen as a winner, hopefully you see that announcement and that you claim your prize before the deadline, because I always put a deadline of 48 to 72 hours to claim your prize. And the reason why I structure my giveaways this way is because I don't want to ask for everybody's address. I only need the address of the winners. And that's so that I can respect your privacy. But the second reason why I always ask folks to claim their prize is so that you don't all of a sudden just get something on your doorstep and you don't know why you have it. I want you to acknowledge the fact that you won, so you know to expect this in the mail. And that way, when it comes to your doorstep, it's not like a mystery package and you don't know why you have it, what it is, and maybe you don't even open it for that reason. So in order to find out whether you've won, give me a couple days after the contest ends and just come back to my YouTube profile. What used to be called the community tab is now called the post tab, and that's where I will announce who the winner is and what the deadline is for claiming your prize. So big thank you to Lolly for offering these giveaways, and good luck to everybody. I hope you get a chance to win because this is a really great product. I've been enjoying it a lot so far. I have a third and final giveaway in an upcoming video, so be on the lookout for that. And until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.